Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the round 5 of the simrigs.com Thursday night races. Configuration for the circuit tonight is Grand Prix in the city of Zandvoort. It is a 4.25 kilometre circuit, as Kobe looks like he's bunching everyone, and he's going to floor it now. So we're about to go green here, fellas. And we are lights green, and away we go. So Kobe Williams, massive lead out from Dale Carpenter, who just gets overtaken for P2 by Phil Audi.
So Kobe Williams had the big jump, caught everyone napping off the start there, with Philip Audi and Dale Carpenter battling out for P1 and P2.
Oh, Philip!
P2's off.
Oh, I've missed what happened there. Was there a bit of contact? We didn't get to see it.
Yeah, a little bit of a punt there from Dale Carpenter.
We've got about a 5 or 6 car train led by John Pickett out the front there with Derek Audi closely behind. And then we've got about 4 or 5 angry cars, 4 angry cars, all moving all over the place down the straight with, I think that's Mario Valtani getting really close to the back of that Medina Engineering Ferrari.
A couple of Simrys cars, a Medina and a Iridium sitting in there.
Alexio on the outside, 3 wide through the middle of the corner, and Mario Valtani is going to come out on top of this 4-car battle pack.
Yeah, so a bit of a battle going on between the middle of the pack now with Lee Cogan, Phil Audi and Derek Audi. Doing a bit of a push, and Tony Vo as well sitting in the back of that pack there as well.
Lee Cogan thinking better of it for now as John runs a little bit wide, and that allows Philip Audi to get right on the back of this pack, so it could be a little draft battle down the front straight as we round the second last turn.
Yeah, really good battle between 9, 10 and 11 now, and an experience will show here as Phil comes on the inside of Lee Cogan there, taking out P10 as he's going to try and have a bit of a race towards John Pickett.
Looks like Phil's going to make a move down into the last chicane. We don't know the name of the corner, sorry, bud, but super deep on the brakes.
Oh!
John allowing that to happen, so covering off the cars behind at the same time. Hopefully he can hang on to that position, but Philip moving back up into P9, so well into the top 10 now. I was going to say, if Dale Carpenter is playing this smart, he'll be watching to see what Kobe's looking like throughout the lap here. He'll be looking to see where Kobe's weak, where he's strong, where Dale Carpenter thinks he can make a gain on Kobe for the second race. And it looks like Kobe's got some damage to the front of his car there. We missed that earlier.
Again. Remember I was saying that about the susceptibility to mistakes.
And this is how quick it happens. You think you've just got the curb ends are on the grass. Interesting to see if he grabs the inside curb. He does grab it just a little bit, and that's enough to send him wide to take the tyres. Oh, Dale ran off the road as well. Dale Carpenter's ran off the road behind him, nearly doing exactly the same thing. So we've got a fair race happening, and these guys are battling out super tough for these last few laps. We've seen the gap come right down with Luke Nadapel, getting right in on the back of Ryan Lee in the Medina Engineering Ferrari. Lovely colour, black and yellow. Oh, and that's awkward. He's gotten stuck right in there. I don't know how Ryan held on to that. Nadapel's going to go for a look again through the middle of the track here. No, Ryan leaving the door open just a little bit.
Nadapel is starting to get a good bit of tow from Ryan Lee. He briefly took position. He has taken out P13 from Ryan Lee.
Not quite done yet, because it looks like Ryan's going to get a bit of a run out of the exit of turn 1, but now Nadapel's got the move done, so he's managed to get just enough around the outside. So brave move, but getting it done. Good stuff. Both these cars sporting some battle scars, particularly the front end of Liam's car. The battle of the BMWs this race is so far, aside from the battle at the front, which we saw unfortunately come to an end.
Ooh.
Oh, Mario getting right up on the inside there. That's not a corner that we normally see overtakes happen.
Just goes to show how hard these guys are racing one another as well, and getting a big tow from Caplice. He's going to make a move on the outside. Is he going to make it?
Right up alongside Liam, looking for some side draft towards turn 1. Liam goes in deep. He's just not quite managed to pull it up with Mario Valtani getting a bit of a run, but Liam's held onto it once again for one more lap as we are on the final lap now. This could be very difficult for Mario to make something happen from here.
To keep his position.
Rages on. It's getting real close between the guys here. That's awkward. Not a passing spot normally.
It's twice now they've tried to pass there.
As he flashes his lights in towards the final chicane of the lap here, on the final lap of our first heat race.
Yeah, and P1 has been taken out by Dale Carpenter, followed by Richard Hunter in P2, Kobe Williams P3.
He's really made that happen.
Oh, and a little bit of a bust-up coming in for Mario Valtanian.
Oh, and he's thrown that in really deep to make that move happen. And once you get on the throttle on the exit there, you can't You can't come out of it. You've got to commit and stay on the throttle for the run all the way up the straight.
Heat 1 is completed there, guys. So let's go ahead and have a look. So taking out P1 was Dale Carpenter, followed closely by Richard Hunter in P2. P3 went to Kobe Williams, who led pretty much 90% of the race and then lost it to the infamous Sunny Boy corner, is what I'm going to call it now. Followed by P4 in Robert Orsner. P5, Scott Forsyth. P6, Mario Vitanian had a really great battle for P6 against Liam Caplice, who is now P7. Lee Cogan in P8. Phil Audie taking out P9 after a big punt and from Dale Carpenter in P2 at the end of the first lap of the race. Followed by Derek Audie in P10. So we are about to go green here, guys. We have Richard Hunter in P2, Dale Carpenter in P1, followed very closely in the second lot of the grid in Kobe Williams and Robert Orsner.
And we're underway. Dale Carpenter gets the jump with the BMW of Kobe Williams getting right up down the inside. We're nearly 3 wide down towards turn 1 with Dale Carpenter clearly within the lead. Mario Vitanian having a lunge at Robert Orsner right back there for 3rd place. And it's the 2 BMWs out in front. Richard Hunter 3rd place as they settle, coming on the way out of turn 2, turn 3, turn 4 now with the pack still side by side.
And looks like we're pretty clean as well in the background.
Oh, big slide from Dale Carpenter. He's gone around.
And a big punt as well. Oh, massive.
Oh, and that's 3 BMWs taken out. And now an Audi involved in that one too.
And Carpenter is toast.
Like maybe second fastest corner on the track, we'll say, aside from the last corner. Downhill at right-hander, a lot of banking, really gripped up on cold tyres. That's a mistake that I'd say is super easy to make, as Richard Hunter just getting around the outside. Mario Vitanian not quite making it. Robert Orsner sneaking through. Philip Audie sneaking through, and one of the Medina engineering cars, I didn't catch who that was, blindsided by the rear wing of Philip Audie getting involved in that one. So Richard Hunter in the lead now. Kobe Williams in P2. Philip Audie back up into P3 after his first race being a little bit disastrous.
Okay, so let's talk about Steve's Crabs again.
Oh, we could talk about Scott Forsyth all over the back of Tony Vogt.
Oh my God.
Getting right down the inside. Not a corner you normally see a pass on. Not many corners you can pass on in this track. Side by side as they exit turn 4. And getting the job done is Scott Forsyth with that damage to the front end. So that's who we saw one of the last cars to come through and hit Dale Carpenter earlier.
But Derek Audie making a big push for Pickett. And he has no front guard.
Oh, John Pickett's just got off the road, and he's going to lose that spot to Derek Audie, who does have a front guard missing. And looks like Scott Forsyth getting a great run out of there and managing to keep a little bit of a gap, so he's got a bit of breathing space. But how is the speed on this Ford, even with the front end damage, reeling in there on the grass and sending him into the fences? We see Derek getting a great run out of the last corner down the front straight. He's pulled out immediately from the draft, gone hard to the right-hand side. And I'd say this could be done as long as he gets his braking right. With Scott Forsyth finally set it right. He's tucking in behind.
All over that.
You know what slipped under the radar? I think we've had a change for the lead, guys.
Hey, Kobe Williams actually, is sitting in P1 now. See if I can find the pass on that one.
Down into Tarzan corner on the brakes. Obviously got the run out of the final corner. Richard Hunter attempting to hang on the outside, but not a lot of grip out there as the marbles build up throughout the night, the dust and garbage on the road.
Fighting now for P9.
John Pickett showing a great turn of pace this week on certainly one of the tracks that I don't think is one of the easiest going around, so doing a fantastic job to hold off one of the faster guys we've seen last week and this week. Unfortunately having some bad runs, but John Pickett doing a fantastic job. Looks like he's going to hang on to this one with Scott Forsyth coming around in 10th place, so John Pickett clinging on to P9.
Holding on fantastic for dear life for P9 there. So really good racing from everybody there. So here are your final results for the evening. Okay, so in P1 we have Mr. Kobe Williams. P2 is Richard Hunter. P3 is Phil Audie. Followed by the WA boy Robert Orsner in P4. Lee Cogan P5. Derek Audie P6. My driver of the evening, Mr. Tony Vogt in P7, Liam Caplice P8, John E. Pickett in P9, followed by Scotty Forsyth and the number 73 in P10.